Now that we finished designing our ads, we can move on to the audience page, which is at step 3. To start off, we can choose to save this campaign as a draft. Maybe we're not yet ready to fill out the audience page as we're still waiting on some creative elements, or maybe we just like to fill out this page and then save it before we publish. You could start off by taking any of those actions up here. The next step is to choose if we want to use a single audience, which is what we're doing now, or if we'd like to test our different saved audiences against each other. The next step here, if we're using the single audience option, is to choose which location we'd like to target. Now here we can target users in a variety of ways. We can choose to do a very high level targeting such as the country. So for instance, we could choose United States, and we could also choose something like Canada. We can also go ahead and target people by a specific state, zip code, or even an address. But we'll go ahead and leave our 2 targeting options as the United States and Canada. We could also choose to exclude people who live in a certain location. Maybe in this campaign, we would like to exclude people who live in New York. In addition to that, we can also choose the exact action of these people. For instance, we could choose everyone in this location, people who live in the location, or people who haven't recently visited or are currently traveling in the location. Underneath that, we can also choose our demographics. We can first choose to target by gender, and we can even add different age ranges. Maybe in this example, we'd like to split test our different age ranges to see if a younger audience is going to convert better than a slightly older one. We can type in both of those ranges here. Under detailed targeting, we can then choose to add in any interests, behaviors, or demographics. In this campaign, we probably would like to target people who are interested in social media. So we could type social media in the box and then choose any of the relevant interests or job titles from our list. Now let's say we want to exclude some people. So maybe we'd like to go ahead and exclude some people who are farmers. Maybe farmers really aren't just our market here. We could go ahead and type farmers in here, and then we can choose to exclude any of those people by just changing this phrasing to none of the above. Now we're excluding people who are dairy farmers, but we are targeting people who are interested in social media marketing. Underneath that, you can also choose to include any custom audiences that you've already created, either on our platform or through Facebook. Simply choose any of them from the list here, or you can even exclude these custom audiences. The last couple of options here we have are related to connections and engagement. We can choose to target people who are fans of our page, people whose friends are connected to our page, or people who are not already connected to our page. So if we're running a page likes campaign, we can choose to exclude people who have already liked our page. The final option here is to save this audience to use in the future. All we need to do here is choose a name and then choose a folder to store it in. That way we continue by loading any of our audience on this page. Now we're ready to select our split tests. To do so, we're just going to select Proceed, and then we'll see our split test pop up. Now over here on the right-hand side, we can see that we did end with 12 creatives or 12 ads after we left step 2, and we already just did choose our 2 age ranges to split test against. But let's go ahead and do some other testing here. Let's say we'd like to split test both locations, the US and Canada. We can do so. We can even add in a gender split test here. So you can see with just 2 clicks, we've created 96 ads. So instead of you having to create these ad sets and all of your ad variations one by one, AdEspresso will do all of the hard work for you. Once you're ready, you can select the Proceed button here to continue on to the budget and optimization page.